the dogs on her. Unleash the dogs on Meghan Markle. This is how Prince William is feeling. He is fuming, he is done, and looks like the more he is rejecting Meghan's approaches, the more she is trying to get back at him. What is happening this time is something that we'll be discussing in this video. But before I do that, just want to share something else very important too, because I think this will set the stage for you to hear more about the story that I have to share with you today. Let's take a listen.
Meghan going to come? Are Harry and Meghan going to turn down the invite? I don't think anybody in that family wants Harry there. Can you imagine the atmosphere? Now, I do understand that the media sometimes make up stuff, clickbait, okay? And it's very hard to tell because Harry and Meghan make up so much stuff. So it's hard to know, are they putting these stories out there for attention, or has the media done this just for clickbait?
Meghan and Harry, according to Taz, she was discussing about a wedding in the royal family, and the mouthpieces of Meghan and Harry, they're raising this question whether they will go to the wedding. And we all know the answer, and that is Meghan Markle is desperate to go. She is 100% ready to go. But here is the thing, she has a huge roadblock, and that roadblock is this person, Prince William. He would never want Meghan and Harry to even come close to the royal family, let alone going to a wedding, chit-chatting and trying to socialize. There is this report, take a look. I think this is very disgusting, but you need to see it.
Now, Meghan Markle, I know you love her, so I've included this topic just for you. She's been mocked over her kitchen hygiene. I think this is a bit harsh. There was a bug that was seen crawling out from under a plate of cookies during season 2 of her cooking show with Love, Meghan. It's a bit harsh because, you know, this is almost endearing as far as Meghan Markle goes.
Well, I mean, what she's trying to do is highlight her as ever shortbread mix here on social media, but this presentation backfired because you do see this little worm, and critics are saying that it's unsanitary, and I mean, it's just turned into a PR fiasco. But I think the reason why people care about it is because she's talking about how her entire new brand is about elevating and how she looks for the little details. And it's like, girlfriend, you missed a bug on your tray. You're trying to teach us about details. There is a bug in your food. I think
it is important for us to know what happened with their food, the unhygienic food, super dirty food. For this topic that I'll be discussing in a second, for this topic to be understood, you needed to hear that. So there are two things that I have shown you. Number one is her going to the UK for any royal wedding, any invitation. And the second thing I showed you was the bug in her food. Why did I show those videos? For the simple reason that Meghan Markle this time, she is secretly, and I quote, secretly reaching out, or she actually reached out to the palace without anybody's knowledge, without anybody's approval, without anybody from the royal family knowing anything about it. So what happened? Meghan Markle, she always doesn't have any of her own ideas. She borrows them, she copies them, and most of the time she outright steals them. This time she doesn't know what to do for the Christmas, and I actually shared this video in my other segment where I showed you that Meghan and Harry, Netflix is pressuring them to bring somebody from the family, whether it is from Harry's side or Meghan's side, to shoot a film or documentary or whatever you want to call it, or an episode. But Meghan and Harry, they do not have any family member. We know Dario Raglan left. We know that Harry doesn't have any contact with his family members. And the King and Prince William, they never, even if they are being reached out by Harry, they will never reach out to Prince Harry at all. In other words, both of these duplicitous duos have nobody to bring on board to film for Netflix. That's the bottom line. And without them, looks like Netflix is very, very hesitant to shoot anything. Because as we know, the new deal, the season 2, is a disaster already. Meghan and Harry were downgraded by Netflix. Meghan and Harry, you better not make Netflix unhappy anymore, because they're already on edge, leaving you, both of you guys. But that's the reality. Meghan is reaching out to the palace. She's secretly doing so, asking for information about Harry. Okay, so that is a pretext. Okay, that is just a theatric that she's trying to stage for her to have access to places and information that she should not have. Right now, secretly, she's reaching out to the palace, asking them information about Prince Harry. I want to know how he celebrated his Christmas, for example. What kind of food he liked. What did he do on a Christmas day? All those kind of stuff. The reason for this is not just because Meghan Markle wants to make the Netflix filming and the show success, because she knows without borrowing ideas or stealing ideas from the royal family, her show will be an absolute flop and disaster. So she is reaching out to the palace, trying to get some information from them that she should not be doing in order to film for Netflix and get some idea, because she doesn't have any of her own. And the second reason, which is even more important, why Meghan is reaching out to the palace, is because to me, this is just how she is going to go deeper and deeper and get a lot of private, secret information about the monarchy that she will be using if she writes, or when, I should say, not if, when she writes a book.
Just look at Meghan as somebody who is trying really hard to be liked. When I watch it, I just feel like she is, yes, once again, overcompensating, really trying to show that she's nice, she's likable. Her life is going really well. There's nothing wrong with anything in her surroundings, in her life with her husband and this Netflix deal. She gives this aura that she's trying to not show the true emotions that are happening with her. It doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel warm and fuzzy and inviting. It feels very contrived and not something that would draw you in to want to watch. You suddenly have this cringe factor when you watch it, because you know underneath she.
And this was being echoed by none other than Martha Stewart herself when she said Meghan doesn't seem very original, very authentic. She doesn't come across as someone who is sincere about what she is doing. It's just PR for her. It's just getting into people's news feed, get more attention for all her nonsense stuff that she is doing. So yeah, pdina is on spot, according to Taz, is on spot, and what Dan Wooden said was also on spot, even though I did not play the Dan Wooden part of the video. But they are always right when it comes to Meghan Markle and what she is trying to do.